Hey there, it's Tank Girl, and today I'd like to unbox the Samsung Galaxy S 4G. This is essentially the Vibrant for T-Mobile, but with HSPA Plus, a front-facing camera, and a different colored back. So basically, it's an evolution on the Vibrant, an evolution on the original Galaxy S with some additional features. As you know, T-Mobile calls their HSPA Plus network 4G, hence the name. So there it is. It comes packed with a version of Inception on micro SD card. As you can see, there's some cool stuff etched on the side. In the back here, I'm going to hide some of the numbering, but you've got all the specs. And the Vibrant came with Avatar pre-installed on an SD card. So this is Inception instead. So it's Inception's themed. Well, not really themed, but... So let's open it up. So ta-da! Here it is, Galaxy S 4G, exclusively for T-Mobile. And there's a little thingy here I can pull to get the phone out. As you can see here, there's a start guide under here. So we'll get to this in a second. First, let me show you the phone. So let's take this little wrapper off, and as you can see here, it looks just like a Galaxy S for T-Mobile before, the Vibrant. But you can see the front-facing camera where my finger is. And where things are very different are the back. It's no longer black and shiny. It's got this weird kind of gray-brown with this kind of shiny feel to it. So that's for quickly having a look at the phone. Let's unbox the rest here. Let's have a look and see what there is. There is a little divider with some manuals hidden in here. So let's have a look at that. That's the divider. Here we have Galaxy S 4G start guide. And I believe there's some other stuff in here. Health and safety warranty card. I'm not really feeling like opening this up. I mean, you know, it's always that stuff that nobody really cares about. So legalese, etc. here, terms and condition, return policy, limited warranty in 2 languages. And then we've got a recycling return card, prepaid envelope, well, sticker rather. Now, let's see what else is in here. We've got an AC adapter, standard USB US AC adapter from Samsung. We've got a SD card adapter for the micro USB card. Strangely enough, they've included that. There is a micro USB charge and data cable, USB at one end, standard micro USB at the other. Again, this is pretty standard feature stuff. And here there's a headset, as you can see from the label. I presume, if I can find it somewhere, that it has a 4-prong connector. You can see it here, and some earbuds and a remote. Again, this is pretty boring. This is the same headset that shipped with the original Vibrant / Galaxy S for T-Mobile, and that's the content of the box and the manuals. Now let's bring out the phone and maybe remove these stickers here. That's one, and here in the back, this might be a little harder to remove. Nope, there is a little thing for it. So here now you can have a better look at this weird finish as soon as this focuses. And as you can see, cosmetically, this is exactly the same as the Vibrant. So let me just give you a tour. Basically, on the bottom, you get the 4 capacitive buttons, standard stuff for an Android phone, menu, home, back, and the search key. You get the Samsung logo, the gigantic Super AMOLED 4-inch wide VGA screen, beautiful. And then you have a T-Mobile logo, the earpiece sensors, and that new, well, not new really, because the Galaxy S in Europe has always had the front-facing camera, but new for the T-Mobile version, the Vibrant did not have this front-facing camera. I believe it's just VGA. Now on the back here, you have this new crazy back. And you have the 5 megapixel autofocus camera without a flash. This is a very good camera. You know, to today's standards, for most smartphones tend to, despite the number of megapixels, not really be that great. So when I reviewed the other Galaxy S phones for the US last year, I felt the camera was, you know, pretty decent for the specs. This is the speaker. Now let's do the side. Start with the left. You got a little hole for a lanyard. You had volume button up and down, again matching the color of this weird silver brown back. Nothing all the way to the bottom. The little area to insert your fingernail to open the battery cover. Nothing on the right side until you hit the power lock key, which is on the right side on all Galaxy S phones. And then at the very top, you have the 3.5mm headphone jack with a micro USB connector behind the sliding cover. There you go. Focus. Perfect. And now let's turn this on. First, power on. Galaxy S, exclusively from T-Mobile. Ooh, Galaxy S 4G, Samsung. Again, this is Super AMOLED, 4-inch display, beautiful. Here's a little jingle, T-Mobile. And the Galaxy S logo. And here we are. There's a SIM already in here and a battery. I'll show you, I'll take the battery cover in a second. So, use Google Location. This is the usual standard fare. Hello, focus. There you go. Use Google Location. Next. And learn more. That's basically all the 2 steps you have. So I'm going to hit finish. And now it's going to bring us to the front screen. So, again, this is running, I believe, Froyo, Android 2.2. Let me check quickly here. Under About Phone 2.2.1. So the original Samsung Galaxy S phones in the US all came with 2.1. Some of them are getting updated now to 2.2, but this comes out of the box with 2.2, which is exciting. But when you consider that, oh, I just got a text message, probably the provisioning for the SIM card. Considering that I got, you know, that Gingerbread is out now, this is still one version behind. So other big differences, you get the usual front screens here. You get 7 of them. The other big difference is, because this is running TouchWiz UI on top of Android, is that the app tray scrolls sideways. You get 4 trays here. So again, this is standard Galaxy S stuff, but not the same as regular Android. And I have no idea why it's bringing up this. So notice that, let me actually use my location. I agree. Let me bring that up again. I want to show you quickly. This is a swipe keyboard by default, right there, swipe. This is interesting because a lot of T-Mobile phones have had swipe by default for a while now. Sorry about that. There's a big truck going by. Now let's do a size comparison. There's a few phones I have here I'd like to compare it with. The first one is the Nexus S. Now this is also technically a Galaxy S phone. And same display, but this is running Gingerbread, of course. Also has a front-facing camera, but the big difference is that the Nexus S has a curved display. As you can see here, the screen is slightly curved like this, whereas the Galaxy S 4G is flat. And notice that the actual Nexus S is a little thicker, except they both have the little bump at the bottom here. Power buttons on the side on both of them, like right here, you can see. So pretty much the same layout, same volume buttons on each side, same camera. However, the Nexus S does have a flash, which the Galaxy S 4G does not have. And the top is slightly different because the headphone jack and USB ports are on the bottom on the Nexus S, right there, not the top. So there again, size thickness comparison. Screens are the same except that you have no idea what screen we're on these weird text messages. So here, different UIs, 2.2, 2.3, and then in the back here, this is what it looks like. Next, we've got the iPhone 4, always a sure value and reference. So as you can see here, I'm trying to unlock this guy. Hello. And my iPhone as well. So got some email apparently here. So you notice the difference inside the screen, 3.5 versus 4. This is an IPS LCD, this is an AMOLED, Super AMOLED, daylight readable. So that's the difference without the screens on. Thickness, as you know, the iPhone is very thin and the Galaxy S is also very thin. And then the back, you can see the differences in the cameras here, not much, both are 5 megapixels. The iPhone has a flash. Now finally I want to compare it to a phone that's pretty current right now on the lineup at T-Mobile, the Motorola Click 2. So this is the Click 2, came out in January. This is a 3.7-inch Android phone, but it has a hardware keyboard. A very, very weird looking hardware keyboard, I might add. I did an unboxing of this phone a while back, a few weeks ago. So in the back it looks like this. Again, both have 5 megapixel autofocus cameras. This is a flash and this doesn't. And then the thickness, you can see obviously the Click 2 being a slider is slightly thicker, but not too thick. And showing the screen difference, again, LCD versus Super AMOLED. So there we go, 3.7 versus 4 inches. So anyway, that's pretty much it. You got an unboxing, a first power on, some size comparison. This is the T-Mobile, or rather Samsung, Galaxy S 4G for T-Mobile. It is essentially a Vibrant on steroids with Android 2.2, a front-facing camera. There you have it, front-facing camera right there. A different, oops, almost dropped this, a different colored back. And that's pretty much the only major differences at this point. All right, cheers.